Hi, I'm Sam, and this is my video vlog. The topic I'm going to be talking about is working out along with nutrition. Um, when it comes to working out, there are a lot of misunderstandings, especially with most beginners. A lot of people don't know exactly how to do it or like how much nutrition matters. But that's what I'm going to be talking about. So the first thing I want to talk about is workout splits. A lot of people don't really know what those are or understand them. The two main workout splits are push pull legs and then bro split. Push pull legs focuses on your pushing muscles and your pulling muscles and doing both of those on two separate days, and then doing legs on its own day. This split is all right. It really doesn't leave much time for resting, which is super important when it comes to working out, because if you don't allow your muscles to rest, then you won't build any. And then bro split, which is also just kind of all right. They both have their flaws. Bro split just is where you focus on um, muscles that you want to work out that day. So you might do chest and back one day, and then bicep and shoulder one day, and then tricep and accessory one day. It's really what you want to do that day. Though I think that following a split is super important, but you have to find what works for you. And then the next thing I want to talk about is the three main lifts. The three main lifts that most people look at are deadlift, bench, and squat. While these are super important, there are a lot of other things that you need to do in order to build muscle. Deadlift and bench, they're all right, but they're mostly strength oriented. There are a lot of better options that you could do to build muscles that those workouts supposedly build. And then the last thing, then, when it comes to actual weightlifting, is the importance of form. A lot of people think that just throwing around the heaviest weight that they can possibly get up is what is going to help you build muscle. That just isn't true. You really need to focus on slow and control, and really moving the weight in the way that it needs to be moved in order to get the best stretch for your muscle. If you're not following proper form, you really aren't going to maximize your muscle growth, which is kind of defeats the purpose of working out, honestly. So yeah, form is really important, and a lot of beginners don't really know that, especially like me being one of them. I remember I used to throw weight around, and all that did was lead me to end up getting injured. So I have started following form, and not only have I seen tremendous amounts of progress, but it just is a better overall experience. And then the next thing I want to talk about is nutrition. Nutrition is probably 60%, 70%. I mean, lifting the weights obviously is important, but where it all really happens is the kitchen. You know, you can do anything in the kitchen. You can put on a ton of muscle, you can cut a bunch of body fat while you're still building muscle, but I mean, all of it happens in the kitchen. It really depends on like what you're eating. So like if you're trying to put on a bunch of muscle while keeping body fat low, you really have to focus on like your macronutrients, like your carbs and your fats and your proteins. All of those are going to be important whenever you're trying to decide how you want to look or how much muscle you're trying to build, things like that. So I know like cutting and bulking those are super popular terms within the weightlifting community. If you're bulking, you're going to want to up your carbs and really up your fats. That way you're putting on as much weight as possible, because when you have those high amounts of carbs and you have those high amounts of fats, you're really feeding the muscle when you're building it. So you're going to build a bunch of muscle, but when you're cutting, you really want to take those carbs back and take those fats back and really focus on protein, because you need to eat a certain amount of protein. It's like 1.3 grams for every pound you weigh, because if you're not eating enough protein, your muscle is going to start fading. But cutting back those carbs and those fats is what's going to help you lose body fat. And then the last thing we'll talk about is supplements. Supplements have become a big thing recently, and according to healthline.com, the top 3 supplements that you can take are creatine, which is going to help saturate your muscles and keep them full of water, giving them a better outward appearance. And then weight gainers, which are going to help you put on that muscle. They're going to help you put on the muscle fast, but they're also going to make you a little chunky, so I wouldn't recommend those when cutting. And then the last thing is beta alanine, which really helps with recovery and energy within the gym. So like, let's say you're feeling low on energy, take some beta alanine and you'll start recovering faster, and you'll feel more energized for the next time you go to work out.